let's look at next example. Next characteristic of living beings. So, do all living things move? So here we are talking about the movement of living things. So yes, they move from one place to another. As we know that we are also the living beings, also the animals that we see around us are also living. तो जैसे हम हैं, animals हैं, we can move from one place to another place. So that is why we are called as living things or living beings. Now, they also show other body movements. For example, if I am rotating my neck, that is one of the movements that I am doing. Also, if I am raising my hands or walking with the help of my legs. So, these are what? These are the different body movements that a living being shows. Now, next. Plants are anchored in soil so they do not move from one place to another. So, we just discussed about the humans and animals that they can move from one place to another place. Now, plants in this case, they cannot move from one place to another place because their root is anchored in the soil. So, as they have root inside their soil, so how can they move? Plants cannot move, as we know. But various substances like water, minerals, and food synthesized moves from one part of plant to another. Because, see, here I am drawing the picture of a plant. So, these are the roots of a plant that I have drawn, and it is inside the soil. So, it is the soil that is depicted here, and these are the roots. Apart from that, I have drawn stem and leaves. So, this is just for you to show the example that the various substances that we are talking here, that water, minerals and food, जो synthesized होता है inside the plant, it moves from one place to another. How? For example, the minerals from the soil move in the upward direction. For example, the minerals present inside the soil, they move upward with the water, right? किससे? Water की मदद से minerals जो हैं, they move upward in the plants and reach till the leaves and the food is synthesized here. इसके अलावा जो food है, obviously the food is helping in the growth of a plant. So also it is helping in the growth of other parts also. जो प्लांट में है ऑलरेडी, जैसे रूट्स हो गए, स्टेम हो गए, फ्रूट्स हो गए, तो उनके लिए क्या चाहिए? फूड चाहिए. हम खाना खाते हैं, we grow. Same as plants also require food to grow. So yes, food synthesized here now transferred to other parts of the plant like this. See, यहाँ से food भी नीचे आता है in the other parts also. So that is how the movement of water and minerals and food substances are taking place inside the plants. But whole plant cannot move. Only the water, food and minerals synthesized or present in the plants, they move from one place to another place. Now coming to the next point, opening and closing of flower as a response to stimuli. So you might have heard or we might have studied the example of touch me not plant. Do you know? Touch me not plant ऐसा plant होता है, हमने इसके बारे में पढ़ा भी है कि अगर if we touch its leaves, so it closes its leaf in response to defense. कि उस plant को लगता है that something is attacking me, so it closes its leaves on its own. So that is the response to stimuli. Stimuli क्या चीज है? Our touch. Our touch is the form of a stimuli to which that touch me not plant is responding. So that is why it closes its leaf. So yes, these type of movements that happens in the plants are another example that living things move. So यहाँ पे क्या move कर रहा है plant का? The leaves are moving. So that is considered as the part of a plant that is moving. Now some non-living things also move. For example, a bus, car, a small piece of paper, clouds. So we have seen that a car is moving on the road, or the cloud is moving in the sky, or a piece of paper is also moving sometimes. We have seen that. But ये move कैसे करते हैं? Because the car, bus, piece of paper and clouds, they are non-living things. So how they are moving? Because हमने तो यहाँ पे पढ़ा है that living things can move from one place to another place, but what about the bus, car, small piece of paper? So yes, हमने इनको move होते हुए तो देखा है, but by what factors? क्या फैक्टर्स इसके पीछे इंक्लूडेड रहते हैं? लाइक द क्लाउड इज मूविंग बिकॉज ऑफ द मूवमेंट ऑफ एयर. तो मूवमेंट ऑफ एयर इज पुशिंग द क्लाउड्स टू मूव फॉरवर्ड. So that is why we see that the cloud is moving. Now in case of car is fitted with the engine, well-performing engine. So engine की वजह से जो motor move करती है, because of that the car moves. Same goes with the bus. And coming to a small piece of paper, it moves because of the again moving air. So yes, in such kind of movement, an external force is being applied. तो external force apply होने का मतलब क्या है? That is why these non-living things are showing you the movement. Now, here is one question for you. That is there something different in these movements from the movements of living beings? Living beings हम हैं. हमें किसी external force की जरूरत नहीं है to move. For example, if I have to walk forward, I can walk on my own. And if I have to go backward, I can move on my own. Means I am not requiring any type of external force जिसकी वजह से मुझे मूवमेंट करनी पड़े. Same goes with the animals. But in case of such objects या such substances that we just studied, इसमें हमें requirement है कि external movement की हमें requirement है, external push की we require that. So yes, there is a difference, and ये difference किस वजह से आ रहा है? Because they are getting the external push. So there is a difference. There is a difference in the movement of what examples did we study right now? There's a difference in the movement of car, bus, piece of paper, and clouds as they require external push to move in any direction. So here we see the difference that living beings can move on their own, but in case of car, bus or piece of cloud, the examples that we just studied, they require an external push so that they can move forward or in any direction. Now, another common characteristics is that living beings die. So, if anything is living, that thing also dies. भी हमने देखा है कि कोई चीज जिंदा है तो after a period of time, it dies naturally. So, organisms type can survive over thousands of years only if they reproduce. So, यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं reproduction की, that how much it is important for an organisms to survive for over thousands of years. 1000 साल तक कोई organism survive कर सकता है just by reproducing. So why reproduction? What exactly reproduction is providing that organism? ऐसी क्या चीज provide कर रहा है जिसकी वजह से organism इतने सालों तक जिंदा रह सकता है? So reproduction basically जो उसकी वजह से reproduction की वजह से जो offspring produce होते हैं, new organisms are reproducing या producing, so they are what? Their characteristic is way better as compared to their parents. तो parents के जो characteristics होते हैं उनसे कहीं ज्यादा अच्छे and advanced characteristics उन organisms के हैं, so that it is helping them to survive in extreme conditions. क्योंकि हमें पता है that with passing year जो external conditions हैं हमारे environment की, it is getting worse या it is getting extreme, we can say कि extreme cold है, extreme heat है, extreme rainfall भी है at some places. So ये सब पहले के टाइम पे नहीं होता था. So now there is a huge difference. The things which used to happen बहुत साल पहले and the things which are happening now. So there is a huge difference between them. So the organisms need better skills, better body structure to survive those extreme environments. So that is why reproduction is so important कि इसकी वजह से जो organisms हैं, it can survive for over thousands of years. So now we know that why reproduction is so important for organisms to live. So now single organism may die without ever reproducing. Single organism मर जाएगा ज्यादा टाइम अगर reproduction उसमें ना हुई. For example, humans. अगर by chance humans जब आए अर्थ पे, अगर तो रिप्रोडक्शन नहीं हुई होती बिटवीन द ह्यूमंस, सो यहां तक पॉपुलेशन नहीं आती. यू नो दैट ह्यूमंस कब एग्जिस्ट करते थे? इट वॉज वे बैक, मतलब थाउजेंड्स ऑफ ईयर्स अगो ह्यूमंस वर देयर. अगर वो नहीं रिप्रोड्यूस करते तो आफ्टर लाइक कितनी एज लिमिट होती है, मतलब जनरल हम एज कितनी बोलते हैं ह्यूमंस की, दैट ह्यूमंस लिव अप टू 70 to 80 इयर्स, है ना, इन जनरल, या 60 भी एट सम प्लेसेस, मतलब इट वेरीज फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन. सो आफ्टर 60 इयर्स वो लोग मर जाते, दे वुड हैव डाइड. सो यहां तक आफ्टर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स ह्यूमंस तो होते ही नहीं. सेम गोज विद द एनिमल्स, सेम गोज विद द प्लांट्स. अगर तो एनिमल्स आर नॉट रिप्रोड्यूसिंग, सो यू विल नॉट सी एनी एनिमल अराउंड यू. और इन केस ऑफ प्लांट्स ऑल्सो, अगर प्लांट्स भी रिप्रोड्यूस नहीं करेंगे तो यू विल नॉट सी इवन अ सिंगल प्लांट अराउंड यू, बिकॉज दे विल डाई after some time. The original ones will die after some time, and there will be no existing organisms to reproduce further. So yes, it will result in extinction of whole living being वाला जो हम पार्ट पढ़ रहे हैं वो हम पढ़ते ही नहीं अभी. So that is why reproduction is so important, that it results in what? An organism to survive for over thousands of years. So reproduction provides, क्या देता है reproduction? Reproduction provides organisms with better surviving skills. So basically reproduction से organisms को better surviving skills मिल रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से वो extreme conditions में it can survive for longer period of time. So only those organisms can survive in these atmosphere, yeah, for over thousands of years. Only those organisms who are undergoing reproduction, जो reproduction के ही process में जा रहे हैं, only those organisms can survive. So here also we say that survival of the fittest, as we have discussed this part earlier also, कि only the organisms which is fit for the environment survives, and that comes with reproduction.